Welcome to the only place where real, raw, and vulnerable conversations happen with IFBB bikini pros to give you an inside look at their struggles, strategies, mindset, passions, and all of life beyond the stage. This podcast is made to inspire, motivate, and remind competitors and the average gym goer that even the most extreme lifestyles and elite athletes have their ups and downs. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm your host, Celeste Rains-Turk, and now it's time for the Confessions of a Bikini Pro podcast. I'm so ready for this episode, you guys. Thank you for coming back on and joining us for another one because we are going to be talking to the youngest bikini pro ever. She is 18 years old from Portugal and has done over 16 shows. She's also a posing coach for girls worldwide. So welcome to the show, Beatriz Biscaia. How are you doing? Did I butcher that?
Hi, how are you? Biscaia.
Oh
But
my
it was close. It was close.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm glad. Well, I'm doing well. Thank you for coming on. I was like, wow, we practiced that and I still messed it up.
Oh, it was perfect.
Thank
Perfect.
you. Okay, cool. Well, before we get into everything, I'd love to know what is one thing that you do or a ritual you have right before your heel hits the stage?
Well, right before stepping on stage, besides eating and drinking a little bit of water, some sweets, maybe I think that the thing that I think about is nothing. It's like a blank wallpaper, because I don't know. I forget about everything. But right before I step on stage, I remember my posing routine, of course, because I'm always afraid of forgetting something or not looking like a natural bikini. About walking, I'm talking about walking, but
Yes.
like looking looking natural and everything, because of mistakes or anything like that. And of course, I remember my family who's watching me through live streams, and my coach who's always there cheering for me and telling me something to correct about my posing or anything like that. So yeah, I think about my people, my circle, and it's pretty much that.
Oh, that's cool. And you are the youngest bikini pro ever, which is just wild and awesome. So
Thank you.
you're welcome, of course. When I did my first show, was the age that you became a pro. So that's just crazy. So how did you even get into competing to begin with?
Well, first of all, I started working out with weights because of my dad, because he goes to the gym. He always went to the gym, and I thought, oh, okay, maybe I should try that, see how I look like doing that. And yeah, things went good, and I started working out like twice a day when I was on vacation and everything. I started like really loving it and really loving the process of training, and introducing the nutrition part little by little. And then a personal trainer of my previous gym told me that when I were 18, I could maybe do a bikini competition. And the first thing that I thought was, what the hell is a bikini competition, and why the hell I have to go to bikini? There's nothing else. Like, okay, it's that restrict. But yeah, I didn't know anything about it when he talked with me about it. So yeah, but I thought, okay, maybe when I'm 18, I think about it. So yeah, now I'm 16. I think I was, no, I was 15 at the time. And I thought, oh, okay, I have 3 years. So yeah, I'm going to eat everything I want, train the way I want, live my life as a teenager. And then we see when I when I will be 18, I'll decide about it. But then my coach appeared. He's not from my city. We live like 40 minutes apart. Um, but he messaged me on Instagram, telling me that he wanted to give me a workout, a individual workout. So I thought, okay, let's do that. It's an experience, so okay, you can come and we do the workout. And actually, really a glute workout. So yeah, it must be a glute workout. So yeah, he came and gave me the that session, and I hated it. It was
Oh my
awful.
gosh.
Not because it was tough, but because I wasn't feeling myself. I wasn't like, it was not my environment. So yeah, I didn't really like it. So yeah, I said no. Okay, you can go, Cesar. You can go. um, but then he appeared again and wanted me to compete, and he was always messaging me about competing, and I had to go, and I started searching about it, and I figured out that the age of starting to compete is 16 and not 18. So I started thinking, okay, maybe now I can. I will be 16 in some days at that time. Maybe I can think about it. I don't know. And so he gave me my first meal plan, which was so difficult. I had fish and broccoli at breakfast. It was really awful. I don't know why he did that. I think it was to test me or something like that. But I didn't like it. But and anyways, I tried. Um, and the first day, I ended up eating protein bars. That it was not on the plan, but yeah, I ended up doing that. And the following day, um, happened the same. So I thought, okay, this is not for me. Cesar, I'm sorry. I don't want to do this. I won't do this. So let's forget about the competition. You can live your life with your athletes. I'm going to eat my protein bars. Um, so yeah, but then in February, this was in January. Then in February, he tried again, and I tried again, and it didn't work out again.
Wow.
But then the following month we tried again, and I thought, okay, this time is real deal. So let's do this. I was, I think, 4 weeks out or something from my first competition, but I was that girl that uh, ate really little carbs, and the less I eat it, um, the better it was, if it makes
Mhm.
sense. I was living well, so it was okay. I was following the my fitness pal thing, but yeah, I was lean enough, so I could do the prep in 4 weeks and be stage lean. So yeah, we did the first competition, and I really liked it. I placed second on the juniors category, and it was the nationals here in Portugal. So yeah, I really liked it. Then a month after, I did my first international show, the Diamond Cup Espinho here in Portugal too, and then it went by. And never
Wow.
stopped.
That is awesome. And so you had been like into lifting for a while and then going
Yeah,
back
since
and forth.
my 15, early 15s, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. And um okay, so you tried a few times to do the competitions, but you kept going off meal plan. So when that time came where you were 4 weeks out, did you have any protein bars?
No, no.
You were completely
I
on it.
followed, yeah. I
Nice.
followed the plan. I did follow the plan at 100%. So yeah, it was okay that time.
That's cool. And now do you find that it's pretty easy for you to just stick to the plan? Like, did that help you to get over that?
Oh yeah. Actually, I prefer to be on plan than off plan because when I stop the competition season, I don't know if I can call it because I compete all year round because of the Olympia points.
Hmm.
Um, I find that it's so difficult to me to find actually find myself because I'm not used to that, and that's one of the things that your podcasts have been doing to me, helping me about that because the other bikini girls talk about it, and yeah, it's actually super difficult for me to be a normal person. I will say I
Hmm.
can't be off plan. I have to have not a strict plan. I can even have an ice cream there, but if the ice cream is there, I will be satisfied because I have rules to follow. It's
Hmm.
really easier for me to have something to do that I know that it's correct for my body and it's correct for my life than eating intuitively. It just, I really wanted to do that, and I really would like to do that easily, but it's not for me.
Yeah, totally. And maybe now is not the best time for that, and maybe another time will be. And I'm glad that the shows have been helping you with that. And I think it's kind of crazy. Like I'm the same way in terms of following a plan. I just always prefer it and find that like when I'm following a plan, I feel way more like myself too, because everything's just like more routine and things are flowing.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I
I'm
mean?
such a routine person. I plan my day like hour an
Yes.
hour. I have this hour to study, this hour to meal prep, or an example, I have 40 minutes of cardio. Okay, I will wake up 5 minutes before because I have to go downstairs and and
Yep.
everything, and go to the stairmaster or go to the treadmill or something like that, and I have to count the 5 minutes so I will be on time, and then I have to have time to heat my food and everything. So yeah, it's just better for me.
Yeah, that's cool. And I love it. And I think sometimes we find like different balance when we're not like in competition prep, but you like you said, you're really trying to get those points. So it kind of doesn't
Yeah.
stop for you. And you mentioned you have to study sometimes. So are you still in school?
Yeah, I'm finishing high school.
Wow.
This week is the exams week. I still have two, and I had one yesterday. So yeah, I'm real actually finishing it, and I'm so happy for that. I know I will miss it when I'm an adult, but yeah, now I'm so happy for that because it's something that like makes me feeling like I have a jail outside because for example, I can't compete sometimes because of the school and the tests, and because maybe it's not the right season to be outside of the country just because of the school. So yeah, now it's going to be over. So yeah, I'm happy for that.
That's awesome. Are you gonna go to college or are you gonna take some time off?
Yeah, I'm planning on that. Uh, Definitely, I have to have a backup because we all love bodybuilding and we all love to step on stage and prep and everything. But we all have to have a backup plan or a B, a C plan. So yeah, I want to be sure I have a life, I will say, on the base of it or of everything, because I'm afraid of falling. Nothing is guarantee nowadays in life. So yeah, I'm planning on that.
Nice. Do you know what you would want to study?
No, I know I want to study. I want to keep studying and do everything I have to do to have a job outside of bodybuilding if I need to. But I don't know. I don't know. I have to figure it out still.
Totally. And like when I think back to when I was in high school, I was doing something which wasn't long ago. But it was just like It really
because
wasn't.
yesterday I was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like I was doing like so many different things, and I still am, but I mean, like when you're in high school, you kind of like, oh, okay, maybe I'll like do some like coaching in this way, or I'll like babysit, or I'll house sit or whatever. So, are you currently doing anything for work other than like posing coaching, or is that your main focus? Like, what are you doing outside of school and bodybuilding?
No, I have the school, but outside of it, I'm only an athlete.
Yeah.
As the other athletes, I believe I don't have um, much time to spend with my friends, so-called friends, because my circle of friends are like my team. I think I'm more identified with them than with the people of my age. So yeah, no, I don't do nothing. Just the posing. Yeah, that's my way of earning some money to buy what I want or to just to save it because I'm not a spending girl.
Yeah.
And then I have my sponsors who help me a lot about traveling and going to competitions and the accommodations and everything. And I have a salary too. So yeah, that's uh, now for now that I live with my parents and everything. I don't have bills to pay or something like that. It's really enough.
That is awesome. So, is that salary coming from some of the sponsors you have?
Yeah, yeah, from Prozis.
That's
It's a
awesome.
Portuguese company, actually. Yeah.
So, what does that mean? So, you get paid a certain amount every month, and then that is to promote their products.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I earn a salary like a worker. It's not the same as a actual worker, but yeah, I earn that, and then I sell the products through their website, by commission.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, that's pretty much that.
Cool. Okay. I was just trying to get an understanding because I'm like, I know some people have sponsorships and they get salary, some don't. So I just think that's awesome to kind of get into and get an
Yeah, I think that depends on the winnings and the time of the partnership, and the commissions. I have I'm so happy for that, and I have many followers that I can consider, and they are my friends, and they use my code. So
Mhm.
Prozis wins, and I win too.
Oh, that's awesome. And you brought up something that I was really curious about too, which is like from getting so into the gym and this sport and then turning pro, did you have people or friends or peers lose connection with you because of your commitment to the sport?
Um, I don't think so because when I started competing, I already was in high school. Uh, so my friends on that time and my school, um, they started knowing me um, before I turned an athlete and a competing athlete and
Mhm.
then a pro. So they always knew how I was, and they always have been there seeing my way through to the pro thing. So yeah, but yeah, we all have people who goes away and others who come to you because of your success, and just for that, I think it's something that everything can experience in some uh, time of the life.
Oh, totally. And like did you ever I guess because when you got into it, you didn't know much about it, right? So when did you find out that there was an opportunity to go pro? And what made you want to get your pro card so badly when you figured it out?
Oh, yeah, I started competing in 2017. Um, and in that time, the IFBB was just one federation, I think. The separation wasn't yet there. So I started competing. I think it was called the elite still. And then at the beginning of of two, 2018, yeah, the last year, um, it came to Portugal, the separation, and I had to decide which way I had to to choose,
Mhm.
and which or goal I wanted to follow. So yeah, I had to start picking up some shows outside of the country, because here in Portugal we just had one last year, but it was in July, and I started competing in May. So yeah, I started seeing how many shows I had to have the pro card, and I picked uh, the first one. It was in Bari in Italy, and it was just for experience to see how I looked like in that federation, doing those poses that are different from IFBB Elite. And I placed first in my category, and then I placed I don't know, maybe fourth or something like that in the overall. And I thought, oh, okay, maybe I can do something here. Let's try again. Then I competed the following week too in Italy, then in Spain, then in Portugal, then in Spain again, then in Italy again, and then I won my pro card. But I had to do 7 shows, if I'm not wrong,
Wow.
till I won yeah, till I won my pro card. And I had to go to the overall 6 times during those 7 competitions. So yeah, it was tough, but it was totally worth it. And then I had my first competition to pro competition too in Italy. So yeah, it's a way of creating memories.
Totally agree with that. Yeah, it absolutely is. Even just a little bit of travel, but in your case, a lot of travel, like it totally makes a difference. And there's so many things that I wanted to get into with you about that. And I guess top of mind, quick question. Do you usually go to shows by yourself or do you go with your family too?
If they can, they go. My family, uh, talking about the IFBB Pro competitions, they they made me a surprise and appeared in Bari in my first competition.
Oh.
Yeah, it was so cute. I started crying, and I was maked up.
Oh.
uh, but yeah, when they can, they go always, and that's why I'm doing the one of the reasons why I'm doing the Portuguese competition here in 4 weeks, I think, 4.5 weeks. And they went to Italy when I won my pro card too. So yeah, they try to follow my journey, like physically. But yeah, it would be so expensive to pay for 3 people, because it's my dad, my mom, and my sister, and maybe my grandparents who live this like nothing, no one else. So yeah, it would be so expensive. So they watch the live streams together.
Oh.
They they make like a reunion here at home, and wait for the big moment and everything. So yeah,
That's
when they
cool.
can, they go. Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. And like when I mean you kept chasing it, right? Like you were really making an effort to win your pro card. And you mentioned you did a lot of different shows. You went to the overall, did you say 5 times or 6 times?
6 out of 10, 7.
6 times into the overall, and of course, then if you won the
And
overall,
losing it.
yes, exactly. So, what kind of challenges did you experience along the way? Like, did you have moments throughout, like stepping up there, I'll be so close, and then losing it? Did you have moments of doubt or wanting to give up?
Oh yeah, I think that now I don't have um, thoughts about giving up because I don't have reasons for that. But before, as I was an amateur, I had nothing to win or to lose if I was giving up. And yeah, going to the overall so many times and losing it and like placing second in the overall, it's so freaking frustrating. um, that sometimes, yeah, people and me, I thought that um, maybe someday it would happen. So yeah, I had to keep going, and I always followed my friends' journeys too, like Phoebe, and
Aw.
he she fought for the Olympia points the previous year and this year too. I'm so glad that I'm sharing this journey with her. Um, and following her example, for example, she never gave up and she kept going, even if that was her first year as a pro, and everything. So I was in a good position. I just had to keep going. So yeah, and I have people who um, talk with me, like my coach, my parents, and everything, and they were always telling me that I had to continue, and that I one day I would win. So I had to be persistent and consistent, and yeah, it came out.
Wow.
But yeah, everyone I think has some downtimes. Even pros, I have downtimes, not about giving up, but downtimes. We all
Mhm.
have them, and being an amateur and facing that situation, yeah, I have.
Yeah, something powerful you said that I'm gonna repeat because I just thought it was awesome. You said like when you were an amateur, like you had nothing to lose or gain if you gave up. And you mentioned now as a pro, you don't need to give up. You have, because if you did, there's no reason to give up now, right? But as an amateur, well, it wouldn't have really necessarily mattered. But at the same time, like just hearing you say it like that, I think gives a lot of perspective in the sense that, like, despite having nothing to lose or gain, you kept fighting for your vision, for your goal, for the thing that you wanted to fulfill. So how did you keep your focus and vision on that goal for that time period? I mean, even from when you were 15, starting in the gym, wanting to build muscle, wanting to shape your body, to then, okay, I'm going to start competing for my pro card, and then now, chasing the ultimate goal, the dream of the Olympia stage.
Um, oh my God,
That was long-winded.
yeah, powerful, powerful things you said. um, yeah. Oh, let me think. We all have a goal. I think that we all have to have a goal. So life has a purpose. And even though it was about just building muscle or just shaping my body, I had a goal, and I wanted to see the differences um, throughout the time, or as the time was passing. And about the pro card, I really wanted that pro card, and sometimes it was like, I was ambitious, but sometimes I was even angry about it because I wanted that so much. that I really had to do everything to receive that on the mail,
Yes.
for example. And even though the diet was hard and the cardio was hard, the workouts were hard, I always, when I was falling asleep, when I had um, difficulties about falling asleep, I used to imagine myself winning the pro card, and uh, Bill Gernon, that was the voiceman
Mhm.
there in Italy, saying my name, for example, and me doing my routine on stage, and by imagining that, I was falling asleep with much more, so much more easily,
Mm.
and that's one of the things that I use to relate, that if something makes you happy, you have to fight for that, even if it's hard, because uh, no one can reach the top like in a linear uh, way. You have downtimes, as we said before, and you have rocks, you have many things to do before reaching the real top, and no one reaches the real top, only Angelica Teixeira. um, but even to reach the top, she had to do so many things, that she even competed in figure, like, now she's winning the bikini, but she was not on the in the position, or on the position, um, to go to the bikini thing or something like that. She was wrong that way, and she had to uh, like fight for the bikini part, and reach the bikini body, and reach the everything. So uh, oh my god, I lost myself. But I was saying that if something makes you happy, as the thing about falling asleep, you have to fight for that, and I use that to reach my dream body. I will say about the 15s, and to reach the pro card, because even it was getting harder and harder as the shows passed, and I wasn't winning it. But I kept going because it was making me happy, seeing the process and seeing my body changes and the diet changes, the cardio, everything, the process, falling in love with the process, and imagining the part or the time when you reach your real goal. If that makes you happy and if it keeps you going, you have to really keep going to reach that. And now, yeah, it applies the same for the Olympia.
Mm. Totally. I love that. There's just a lot of power in everything you said. And um I
I'm
mean
trying to
really,
express myself because this is not my mother tongue.
oh my gosh, you're doing so well. No,
I
seriously.
hope so.
You are. You're doing amazing. This is awesome. Like my page is got a lot of notes taken down because I just like everything you're saying and I'm taking it all
Oh,
in.
thank you.
Yes, you speak really beautifully. And, of course, within competing and earning your pro card and being younger, there's so many things that go into that, right? Like anyone who steps on stage has accomplished something massive and they had to fight for it in some way, shape, or form, no matter how long it took them or how fast it happened for them. They had to earn it. And so you're surrounded by a lot of other bodybuilders and you've made friends in the industry. And I mean, like you even mentioned Phoebe. So what have you noticed, like, from coming up, like you're younger, and I totally get it because like I'm not old, but I'm also still
Mhm.
young. And I remember when I was like young and starting things, like people were always surprised. I'm curious, like, have other competitors been surprised at your age, or has it been pretty easy for you to just connect with them? Like, how has that unfolded for you?
First of all, I think that they don't even know my my age when they compete with me, or against me, or whatever
Yes.
you want to call. um because um I I don't know if I'm the only one, but I don't um frequently see the girls who are on the list, because it's like a mechanism of self-defense, I don't know, or
Mhm.
self-protection. And but maybe they know my age if they are on Instagram every day or something like that, and they see pictures or something. uh, and the girls who talk with me about it, they say that it's such a good thing, and I'm so happy for that. um but yeah, I think that the thing that really connects us, to each other, is the bodybuilding and not the age.
Yeah.
For example, Phoebe is 23 or 24, and I'm 18. We are young, but yeah, it's like 6 or 5 years of difference. And my other friends, Elodie Puree, I don't know if her surname is like that because she's French. It's French. I don't know. She's much older than me, and we are so friends. And the Portuguese girls too. They are so much older than me, and we are really good friends too. So I don't think that the age is something that has a big impact on our relationship. I think it's more the bodybuilding part. And before stepping on stage, I think that all we want is water
Yeah.
and step on stage. And I don't know if they think about it, actually.
Totally. No, I totally agree. And I think it's cool. Like, we said like it's bodybuilding that connects us. And that's what I've noticed too. Like so many, no matter like what age I've talked to any people, right, who do this, running into people, new people in the sport, people who've been in the sport for a long time, like we all connect on that level. And it's so cool because it doesn't matter like where you're at in your journey. It's about like how much do you respect the sport, love the sport, want to grow in the sport, like what are you contributing to it too. And I just think that it's awesome how much we can all like come together and learn from each other and support each other. And I always like hearing stories of the friendships because it's such a valuable part of this sport. But what other opportunities have come to you since becoming a pro? Like what kind of opportunities are present in your life, do you think, because of it?
um, I don't know. Because like Prozis, that was my first sponsor of all, and the main sponsor now, is sponsoring me since before my first competition. For example, one of the things that changed was, yeah, some sponsors, but like two, I think, um, went and talked to me and everything, because they wanted a partnership with me. But after, besides that, I think that there's nothing that changed. The only thing that changes when you turn pro is, I think that it's you have more responsibility, because you have something to defend. Like when you are an amateur, of course you have to defend your physique and your team, and uh, uh, the way that people see your team and your coach and your physique as an amateur. But when you are a pro, I think that that's the thing that really changes, because it has so much more impact on you. You have to, like, you have to look good because you are a pro, and like, it's me thinking. You
Yeah.
have to look, yeah, you have to look good because you are a pro. You can't be idiot and step off stage and eat everything you want for a week, and stop everything, and stop cardio, and stop working out, and stop being an athlete, yeah, or stop being something you created, and you something you worked so much to create. and other people see, but more importantly, that you see something that you created for you, and uh, just your castle, I will say, that you have built for you, with your things, with your effort and everything. You can't really um, step on that, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that changes when you turn pro, is more mental things than exterior things, because my friends are the same, my family are the same.
Mm-hmm.
My sister didn't have a child, so my family is the same. My grandparents are the same. My coach, I didn't change my team too. My coach is the same, my team is the same, my sponsors are the same. I have two more, I think. That is Anastasia, the bikini part, and
Mm-hmm.
photographer's part. But besides that, everything keeps the same. You just have, like, in my point of view, you just have more responsibility about the others and about the way they see you, because you are um, on the front of the IFBB now, not on the front, but you have a
Right.
higher position about IFBB. You have to represent the federation and everything, and then about your team, about your family, and but the bigger part, you have to defend yourself, and you have to reflect from the inside to the outside that you are a pro, and you have to be it. I
Mm.
think that in my mind I have to be it. I have to, like now, when I stepped off stage from Toronto, um, I binged a little bit, and I regret a little bit that, uh, because every day I was thinking that, okay, I'm a pro, I can't be like this. I have to be respectful for myself and for the others that see me as an inspiration. So I can't uh, act like this. I can't uh, do mistakes like this, because I'm a pro. I have to be a pro. You know, I think that is that, like, the mentality part and not the external part.
Mm-hmm, totally. No, I love everything you just said, and I think it's gonna seriously, like, nothing to add. I mean, that's just your perspective, and it's awesome. And I have, like, my two coaches, they always say, like, when you're in your pro card, like, nothing in your life changes. Like, it doesn't, in the sense of, it doesn't make your life all of a sudden like a million times better, or it doesn't make you like start feeling like so good about yourself necessarily, or earning all this money or earning all these sponsorships. Like, it's really, it's now you've gotten a
Yeah,
type.
it's not a miracle. It's,
Yes.
you have to face it, like, uh, with the reality of being it. It's so amazing being a pro. It's not like being an amateur, obviously. But it's not the, okay, if money will rain when you turn
Yeah.
pro. It's not that. Sponsors will rain. It's not that. Diamonds will rain. It's not that. You are still the same person, and you have to keep being the same person, facing things humbly, facing things how you face it as an amateur, because nothing is guaranteed. Even when you are a pro, I'm competing in Portugal, and I'm not thinking about winning it. I'm thinking about, okay, I have to do top 5 to earn points, and I have to fight for that. I'm not thinking about the, obviously I think about the first place, but it's not something that I have power over, you know.
Right.
um yeah. What you said.
Mhm. No,
We are
I
the same people,
yes,
pro
it's
or amateur.
true.
Yeah,
Exactly. I like your point about staying humble. Like, it's still you underneath everything. It's still you with
yeah,
the makeup.
exactly.
Yeah, no, that's just awesome to hear from a pro's perspective. And obviously, you recognize how amazing it is to be part of that league and how much you fought to be in it and will continue to represent it and do so in a way that is beneficial for you and for the image of the sport and for all the people who look up to you. And I think that that is something to be really proud of. And that says a lot about you, I think, as an athlete and as a person. And I totally love that. And, you brought up that it's a real mindset shift. And it's just a really powerful representation of how like incredibly influential our identity can be, whatever we identify as, can have an impact on like the actions we take, the beliefs that we choose to take on, the ways we feel about ourselves. So it's just pretty amazing what that can do. And so
Yeah.
I know you're competing a lot right now and you're trying to earn points. So how far away are you, by the way? Like, where are you in I haven't checked it recently.
Yeah, I'm in such a good position for me. I'm so happy about it because I'm on the 14th or
Ooh, that's
13th or
awesome.
something. Yeah, it's a party for me every day.
Yes.
And I have 26 points, I think, and I still have two or three more shows. Two, I will do them, I'm sure. And maybe if I need, I will do three shows till the end of the competition about the points. I will say till the 4th of August. So yeah, I'm really happy about it.
That is awesome. And you totally should be happy about it. And what has been some feedback you've been getting to continue improving or to make sure that you are on that stage?
About the judges, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, um, they tell me to continue the same, which is such a good thing for me. Sometimes I appear too lean. Sometimes in Japan, I appeared for Sandy. I appeared a little bit too big, um, comparing to the girl who placed first, because I placed second. And in the big man, that was my second competition of the year. I was okay. I just needed a little bit more legs. Then I gained a little bit because I don't really like quads too, and I think that I have enough. But I try to follow the the advices that the judges give me. So yeah, I eat a little bit more, ate a little bit more. Oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
ate a little bit more. Um, oh my god, my dad didn't hear this. Um, so yeah, I ate a little bit more and I trained a little bit more the quads part. And yeah, I brought it to the stage of Toronto. I just was on the prejudging. They told me that I was too lean, and they wanted fuller packaging, I will say. And I looked better in the finals because I ate so much during the
Oh,
day.
really? Just to
So
see what
much.
they would say about it?
I I was feeling that like I was cheating all day long, just with rice and chicken and ground beef and everything. But yeah, I ate so much, and they told me, "Oh, okay, you looked better." But yeah, you have to look. Not look so shredded, not look so yeah, shredded on the legs, and on even on the in the glute tie-in you are too shredded, everything. So yeah, just to appear a little bit softer.
Got it. Well, do you think that by the time you get to the Olympia stage, you'll be bringing exactly what they want? I mean, you'll have had so much feedback by then. That's going to be, I feel like you'll just have an arsenal to pull from where you're just like, I know exactly what I need to do.
Yeah, it always depends on the judges too. So yeah, we are it's so insecure to talk about it, because it depends on the how they like them, how
Mhm.
they say how they like them. It really depends on that. But yeah, I will totally 100% follow the advices and try to bring my best, even though I don't have time to have an off season, I think, or a little bit, or a little off season before starting the prep. But I'll try to, if I go to there, I don't want to um, do the do the firework before I really know that I'm going. But yeah, for sure, if I go, I will bring my best packaging.
Totally. Well, I'm rooting for you. I would love to see you up there. Um,
Thank you.
you're welcome. And since you're a posing coach, I really want to ask you about posing because yours is really beautiful. It's just amazing. I've watched a lot of your videos, and since I wanted to also prepare for this, I was like, oh my gosh, her posing is just so perfect. So, have you always felt comfortable up there?
Yeah, actually, I think that's a natural part of me, I will say, because um, I will be honest, totally honest with
Yeah.
you. I don't pose, or I don't train poses, like, never.
What?
Just like two or three more times before stepping on stage, because I have a routine. Before I used to practice it so much. So I built my routine, and I know I did it so many times, and I trained it so many times that now I know it at 100%.
Actually, I could
So
totally understand that. That makes sense. I was like, wait,
yeah,
you never train
but I'm a
pose?
really, yeah, but I'm such a lazy person about putting the heels on and wearing a bikini in front of a mirror and practicing it. So
Yeah.
when I get closer to the stage time, yeah, I'm 100% doing that more times. um but I used to, yeah, as I said before, I used to do that so many times before to build my routine and everything, that now I feel I just need to check it out a few times before.
Totally. Yeah, I feel like I can do my posing routine in my sleep at this point. So I
Yeah.
see how, especially given how many shows you're doing and how often you're competing. And yeah, do you ever like help like your clients pose better and then all of a sudden like you have their routine in your head?
Sorry, I didn't understand because this cut the your voice.
Oh, so whenever you are coaching your posing clients, do you ever get their routine stuck in your head?
Uh, no, no, because I try to teach them the posing part, like the static posing part, the
Mhm.
mandatory ones, poses, and then the walking part and the transition part, and then I always tell them to build something that they like to do, because I don't want to do their routine like, okay, I want you to do this because I like this way, you know. I want them to do whatever, not whatever, but whatever whatever they really like to do and how they really feel good, and I try to adjust that to the posing general part, like to be adequate to
Mhm.
the IFBB pro posing stuff. But yeah, I teach them the basic part, and then I try to try to make them do their thing, you know.
Mhm.
I try to tell them to create their thing, to create their identity during the posing, because I feel myself when I'm posing, and I want
Yeah.
them to feel themselves when they are posing. And then they send me videos quite often, and yeah, I correct that, and they create their routine and their things, uh, because I want it to be genuine of them, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's awesome. And so, no, it really is, and I like it because it's a different perspective than we've had before, but it one that makes a lot of sense, like to bring a genuine look, the one that feels best for you, and then you being able to tweak from there after having showed them, of course, what's mandatory.
Yeah, of course, I advise them when, okay, I think that this looks better than what you are doing, but okay, I want you to do whatever what you like to do and what you feel good doing. So I correct everything. So yeah, I don't say, okay, do what you want and that's perfect because it's genuine. It's not like that. But I try to combine the two things, the mandatory things and the genuine and the individual part of each one of my client posing clients.
That's awesome. No, I love it. And you've just shared so much today, and I really, really appreciate your time and you opening up so much. And I always like to know, like, what would be your advice for someone who has never competed before but is looking to compete? And then what would be your advice for someone who is competing and is working to earn their pro card?
About the first one,
Mhm.
to build the base of everything, to have a coach, to have a job, to sustain everything, because you will have to have money to travel, and therefore to have many good experiences and everything. So you will never lose money when you travel. And when you compete, but yeah, to have a base and to create the lifestyle before wanting to create the competition one, because the competition is um, it's not so beautiful, it's not like everything, it's not like we say in Portuguese, it's not an ocean of roses, a um mar de rosas, as we say in Portuguese. It's not everything good. So you have to build the base, so you can build the superior part from that. You have to have a coach, you have to have a job, as I said, you have to build the passion about training and about the diet, about everything you have to have before going to the to the next stage, I will say.
Mhm.
So yeah, building yourself as as a gym athlete before building yourself as a stage athlete, because I see many girls and boys saying that they want to start working out because they want to compete, and I think that they are inverting the things, because you have to want to work out first of all, and
Mhm.
then you have to want to compete. You don't have to go to the gym and don't know what is bodybuilding, but you have to go to the gym and want to do a leg day, for example, because you want to do a leg day, and because you want to, for example, be healthier or have a better shape for the summer or something like that. And then you can go to the stage part, so yeah,
Mhm.
build the base. About the first one, build the base. About the people who want the pro card and is fighting for that, just to continue doing that, because uh, as we said before, I went to the overall 7 times, or 6 times out of 7, and I lost uh, 5 of them, because one of them I won the pro card, and I lost pretty much all of them almost. And even though I was losing it, I kept going and I kept working out, I kept the diet, I kept everything, and I kept, first of all, the passion I had about everything, because I built that before, and I was going to the gym before, I was dieting before thinking about competition. So yeah, founding the um, uh, combining the two answers, as I had the base, I had the conditions to keep going, because I was doing what I liked. I was doing uh, what kept me dreaming every day and kept me falling asleep as a baby. So yeah, I kept doing that. So if I could, you can too.
I love it. You are so awesome. I am so
Thank
happy.
you. You too.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just really glad that we connected and that I brought you on here. And yeah, it's just been awesome. And I'd love
I'm so
for
glad. Thank you.
You're welcome. Of course. I want everybody to say thank you to you as well, or reach out and inquire about posing, or tell you how awesome this was, ask other questions they might have. So can you let everybody know where they could connect with you?
Oh, of course. My main, the main social media that I use is the Instagram, of course.
Mhm.
I use the Facebook too, but it's more like a familiar thing. And the email too. I have everything in my Instagram, because I have the link tree in my uh, biography. And my Instagram is Biscaia Pro. So you just have to search for that, and then we can talk.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to make sure that that is in the show notes page. So to everybody listening, that's always on www.celestial.fit/podcast. And you can find her category on the page, of course. Otherwise, sometimes if you just search Google for the competitors, and actually every time, if you search the competitor's name and then Confessions of Bikini Pro, it'll take you there. So you can find everything. And I want to say thank you guys so much, always, as usual, for the love, for the support, for listening every single week. It's so awesome to hear your guys' feedback. I know it's amazing for the athletes as well. So keep on doing that. It means a lot for the show. And Beatrice, thank you again so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad I did this.
Of course, me too. Well, everybody listening, hope you have an amazing rest of your day, night, or morning, wherever you are in the world while you're listening to this podcast episode. Just make it awesome.